so we have done the first part, that is the correlation part. Now we are moving towards regression. Okay, regression means we are trying to estimate the equation, okay, of a line. What is regression? Regression is estimating the value of the dependent variable, there is a dependent variable, okay, to the corresponding known value of independent variable. Okay, this is the definition. We know the value of the independent variable. Based on that, I am trying to find the value of the dependent variable. Okay, assuming that there is some mathematical relationship between the two variables, whatever it is, x and y, they have the mathematical relationship. Okay, so one variable is dependent. Let's say if y is dependent, that means x is what? Independent, keeping other things constant. Okay, so one easy example what comes into my mind is, always we know that price and demand. Okay, price and demand. So if let's say price is independent, means it is dependent variable is what? Demand. Okay, this is dependent variable. So the equation here, but in this chapter, equation can be y on x as well as x on y, means it can, the y can be independent or the x can be independent. Okay, like that. So if let's say one more name it is called method of least square, the process by which we estimate the values now. Okay, that is known as least square method. Why least square? I give you the reason in the class. If let's say these are the points, we can easily see that there is a positive correlation, okay, between the stuff, but I try to pass a line, average line, which is at most covering all the points. Okay, minimizing least square means this distance on both the sides should be the least, therefore it is called what? Least square method, means all this. Okay, so how it is passed and all is a different issue, correct? But why it is called least square method? Because I am trying to minimize the distance, okay, between these points. I am trying to pass a line, okay, therefore it is called what? Least square method. Okay, coming back to the regression, two ways I can do. One is y on x equation, or then can be x on y. Okay, that here what happens, y depends on x. Okay, I am not giving it, y depends on x. So what will be the equation? Y is equals to a plus bx. What is this whole process about? Finding the value of a and b. Okay, once I get the a and b, I know, if I know a and b, I will put independent value of the x, I will get y. Here the equation will be x is equals to a plus by. Understood this way? So the process is of finding a and b, taking independent value of y and estimating x. Okay, regression line, if I ask you, what? Regression line, this is what? Equation. Regression line, if I say you, so regression line is y minus y bar is equals to by on x into x minus x bar. This will be the equation. Understood? So ultimately on the left hand side it is y, so it is y on x equation. Same way x minus x bar, x on y, see the alphabets, variables have changed, into y minus y bar. Okay, fine. X bar and y bar are what? Means. Fine. So x and y we don't know, so there will be an equation. If we know the by on x, if we know the x bar, if you know the y bar, you can find the, if you know the by on x, you know the y bar, you know the x bar, you can make the y on x equation. Okay, you can estimate that. Same way here also. Okay, regression coefficient, that is by on x. How you estimate by on x or bx on y? By on x is equals to, write it nicely, regression coefficient. How you estimate that by on x? One formula is r into standard deviation of y upon standard deviation of x. Because it is y on x, standard deviation of y will be in the numerator. Same way bx on y formula is r into standard deviation of x upon standard deviation of y. Understood? Another formula for by on x is summation x into y minus n x y, means x bar y bar, upon summation x square minus n into x bar the whole square. Understood? The denominator is variance ka formula, that is standard deviation ka formula, but throughout they have multiplied by n. Anyways, derivation is not important, but you should know these formulas. Here also same thing. See what will change, that you observe. Summation xy minus n into x bar y bar. Numerator is same, but in denominator, since it is bx on y, y will come in the denominator. y square minus n into y bar the whole square. Okay, this is what this r is. What here r is Karl Pearson correlation coefficient, which we already learned how to calculate. Okay, let's say if you are applying least square method, then one more formula for b y on x is equals to covariance x comma y upon standard deviation of x the whole square. Okay, so if I apply here the covariance formula, if you remember in r, what was the formula? R is equals to covariance x comma y upon standard deviation of x into standard deviation of y. So covariance formula can be r into standard deviation of x into standard deviation of y. So I'm substituting that r into standard deviation of x into standard deviation of y upon standard deviation of x ka square. Right now, this is what. So ultimately, what happens? So here one gets cancelled, this one gets cancelled. So ultimately, formula is what? R into standard deviation of y upon standard deviation of x. That is what I wrote here. That is what I have written here. Understood? Okay. So this is how we got the formula. Fine. So here also I am directly writing the x on y is nothing but covariance x comma y upon variance of y. Okay. Ultimately the formula will be what? R into standard deviation of x upon standard deviation of y. Okay. X on y means x will be in the numerator. Standard deviation of x will be in the numerator. Please be careful. Okay. This is the least square. Fine. One more thing. Last part. Change in origin and change in scale. Okay. If you remember, I made a mistake in the previous part. Okay. While explaining, I said that the regression does not get affected by change in origin, neither by scale. But the right thing is, regression equations get estimated by, affected by change in scale, and but not by change in origin. So if let's say, I explained you in this way, u is equals to, let's say, x minus a upon p. Okay, that means a is what? Change in scale, change in origin. A means what? Change in origin. Divide by p means what? Change in scale. Right now, when you minus the same thing from all the x, all the data points, it is called change in origin. When you divide the same p with all the x, it is known as change in scale. Okay. Same way I gave you one more equation, v is equals to y minus p upon q, something like this. Okay, so what I can write? Anyways, a and b does not get affected, so b y on x is nothing but q, because it is y is related to v. Okay, so b y on x, see how to write it easily. b y on x is equals to b y v into u. Understood? So what is first? Y. So that y ke sath what is there in y equation? Q. So it will come in the numerator upon what? P. Easy. Same b x on y is equals to b u v, because x is related to u, y is related to v. Understood? Here what you will take? With x p is related, with y q is related. So p upon q. This will be the equation. Understood? Regression coefficient remains unchanged due to change in origin, but changes, regression coefficient changes with respect to change in scale. Understood? If same number is multiplied to all the data points, okay, then obviously the change in the answer will change for b y on x. We have already done that. R square is equals to coefficient of determination, right? If I coefficient of determination, what is that? Determination. What is that? Coefficient of determination. If you want a definition, then how much, see, one variable is dependent, another one is independent. So how much percentage of the dependent variable is explained by the independent variable is what? Coefficient of determination. Understood? I repeat, how much percent of this dependent variable is explained by the independent variable is given by 1 minus r square. How much the remaining factors, how you will calculate the remaining factors? 1 minus r square. This is called coefficient of non-determination. Coefficient of non-determination. Understood? Coefficient of non-determination. The another formula for r square is what? I said how much percentage of the variance, total variance. Okay, how much percentage of the total variance is explained by explained variance upon total variance. Okay, how much percentage of this, Okay, this dependent variable is explained by the independent variable. Okay, how much it explains, that is given by R square, explained upon total variance. This is the formula. Okay, price is there, demand is there. Okay, there may be n number of factors, but we are considering only price. Okay, when we are calculating the demand, right now, right? So because of price, how much the demand changes, there are n number of factors, keeping other things constant. So how much percentage of this demand is explained by price? So there may be many factors, but how much percentage of this demand is explained by price? Okay, so that determination is called as R square. Other factors, how much is not determined, that is 1 minus R square, coefficient of non-determination. Okay, other way to write this, 1 minus R square is equals to coefficient of non-determination is equals to unexplained upon total variance, unexplained upon total variance. Okay, 1 minus R square, that is coefficient of non-determination, 1 minus R square. Okay, so from 1, if you know the R square, you can minus it and you will get coefficient of non-determination. Next part is a straight away question. They ask you probable error. What they ask? Probable error. What is the formula for probable error? Is equals to 2 by 3 into 1 minus R square upon root of n. Okay, this is the formula for probable error. Okay, if they ask you standard error, then the formula is 1 minus R square upon root over n. Understood? That means this can be written as 2 by 3 into standard error, 2 by 3 into standard. This part is standard error. Understood? Okay, I don't think this part will be tested, but still in one of the exams I saw this, so I have given the formula. Okay, so I am not explaining much about this. Okay, how much the error can be, there can be in the data. Okay, that is determined by probable error. Okay, because when we are studying something, there can be some error. Okay, that error been explained by probable error, how much the probability of the error is. Okay, simple. Let's go to the questions. Let me check if I have left something. If two lines of the regression are x plus 2y minus 5 is equals to 0, 2x plus 3y minus 8 is equals to 0, then the regression line of y on x. Understood? So what we will do, understand, see, the basically we will try to find b x on y and b y on x. Understood? So how you find, let us make it simple. Now listen, let us assume that this is b, this is x, y on x, and this is x on y. Okay, so in short, I'll have to take y on one side, so x plus 2y minus 5 is equals to 0. So 2y is equals to 5 plus x, y is equals to 5 upon 2 plus x upon 2. Understood? What is by on x? By on x is nothing but coefficient of x. What is the coefficient of x here? 1 by 2. Understood? 1 by 2. Am I right? No. Why I am wrong? Because this should have been minus x. Right? This should have been minus x. Right now 5 will go to a side. Yes. This should have been minus x. So that means if this is minus 1 by 2. Understood? So next, this one, it is x on y. So 2x is equals to 8 minus 3y. X is equals to 8 minus 8 upon 2 minus 3y by 2. Understood? So what happens? X is equals to bx on y is equals to minus 3 by 2. Understood? Minus 3 by 2. Okay, so see, understand, first thing, when you multiply these two things, now these two things, when you multiply by on x into bx on y, okay, what you will get? Minus minus, it will become plus, but 3 1s are 3 and 2 2s are 4. So 3 by 4 is the answer when you multiply. So this is less than what? 1, less than or equals to 1. That means the condition is satisfied. Okay, so it means your assumption was right. If you get this more than 1, then you will not get, means your assumption is wrong. So which is y on x? Your assumption is right. Your assumption is right, means this was y on x. Understood? So otherwise if you get the wrong answer, the other one is y on x. if here you get greater than or equals to 1, understood, greater than 1, that means the other equation which you assumed x on y is y on x. Okay, but here since when you multiply this two, okay, the coefficients, regression coefficient is less than or equals to 1, 3 by 4 means 0.75, which is less than 1. That means what? That means your assumption is right. So this 2x plus x plus 2y minus 5, A is the option, is y on x, because they are asking us y on x. Understood? Next, if the correlation coefficient between the variable x and y is 0.5, then the correlation coefficient between the variable, means they have given us r x comma y is equals to 0.5. They are asking us ruv, okay, is equals to how much? Sir, how you came to know? It is ruv or rvu, one and the same. Ruv or like r x comma y means correlation between two things. Either you can call it x and y or y on x. Understood? Only the difference is between the b regression coefficient. This is what they are talking about, correlation coefficient. X on y or y on x, it's one and the same. So same way ruv they are asking. Okay. So how I will find that? So let us assume this equation, u is equals to 2x minus 4 and v is equals to 3 minus 2y. Understood? So what I will get? What I will get? Understand? So here in this equation now I will take, so here what we will do is, listen, my value of b, this I call as b. Okay, since I know ruv is equals to b into d, correct, upon absolute value of b into absolute value of d multiplied by r xy. Okay, so what is my b? That is 2. What is my d? That is, oh, not this. What is my d? That is minus 2. Understood? So 2 into minus 2 upon absolute value of b is 2, but absolute value of d is positive 2. Understood? Please be careful. Into rxy is how much? 0.5. So answer would be, here it will be get cancelled, but we will get minus 1. Here what will get? Minus 1, right? So minus 1 into this is minus 0.5. Understood? So C is my answer. Is it clear? The very easy way, I'll take one extra question on this. This we have already done in the class. But if the signs of these two things is different, okay, then the sign of the R will change. 1 is plus, B is plus, D is minus, means final answer of RUV. Here the sign was 0.5 now, this was 0.5, so the sign will change. Understood? If this is minus, the final answer will be plus. Understood? Let's do one question on this. Wait. Listen. Let's say example. My r x on y is equals to 0.8. R x on y is equals to 0.8. Then first equation, 2u plus 3x plus 4 is equals to 0. 4v plus 16y, okay, plus 11 is equals to 0. This is the first case. Second case, let's say 2u minus 3x plus 4 is equals to 0. Okay, 4v plus 16y plus 11 is equals to 0, keeping it same. Okay, third case, 2u minus 3x plus 4 is equals to 0. 4v minus 16y plus 11 is equals to 0. Fourth case, 2u plus 3x plus 4 is equals to 0. 4v minus 16y, okay, plus 11 is equals to 0. Okay, 4 cases I have given. Okay, my original r x on y is 0.8. Okay, now understand, my u should be in form of what? U is equals to, it should be a plus bx, and v should be in the form a or c. I will write another variable so there is no confusion. C plus d y. Understood? So what is the ultimate formula? RUV is equals to b into d upon absolute value of b into absolute value of d into r x comma y. Okay, r x comma r x y, not x comma y, r x y. Okay, I think in the original sheet now here you need to make one correction in the formula. 1 minute. Yes, here now here what you have written, you can cancel this, here you can make the change, you can interchange it. ruv upon rxy. Okay, like this, ruv upon rxy. Fine. Okay, coming back, this we did in the first part. Okay, ruv into b into d upon absolute value of b into absolute value of d into r x comma y. If I look into the question, I want to take it in the u form. So u is equals to, I am not writing stepwise, minus 3x minus 4. Please understand, minus 3x minus 4. Right now 2 will come this side and it will get divided upon 2 upon 2. Okay, so my b value is, this is my b is equals to minus 3 by 2. Same way, this was for this equation. Same way here, listen, I will make v is equals to minus 16y minus 11 upon 4 upon 4. So my d becomes d is equals to minus 16 by 4 is minus 4. Is it clear? Understood? So easy. Fine. Now what I will do, I will calculate, I will apply the formula. This one I will apply, is equals to b is how much, minus 3 by 2 into minus 4, the whole divided by absolute value of b, that is 3 by 2 into absolute value of this is 4, is equal into r x comma y was I think 0.8 I have taken. I will mark it 0.8 into 0.8 into 0.8 into 0.8. Understood? So here what happens, what is the final answer? You understand, this minus minus becomes plus. Okay, this is 1 za 1 za 1 za, so minus 1 minus 1 ultimately becomes what, positive 1. So answer is 0.8. Understood? This is what I said, no need to solve all these things. This, so I am solving so that you can understand the things. Okay, once you find what is the value of the b, once you find what is the value of the d, if both have the same sign, then ruv is equals to rxy. No need to change the value, no need to change the sign. It will be 0.8 because r does not get affected by change in origin nor neither by change in scale, but regression coefficients b, they get affected by change in scale. Same way for the second equation, you can try this. The second one, let's do it orally. Let's say I want to find what, u. So u is equals to 3x plus 4, sorry, minus 4, 3x minus 4, u is equals to 3x minus 4 upon 2. So my b is how much, upon 2. So my b is 3 by 2, right? Same way I will make an equation for v. v is equals to here, v is equals to minus 16 minus 11 upon 4. So d ka value is what, minus. Okay, minus 16 by 4, that is minus 4. See, one is plus, another is minus. So ruv will be 0.8, but not only 0.8, it will be minus 0.8. Understood? Minus 0.8. Same way third equation. Let us try this. What is the value of the b? b is equals to this coefficient of x. In short, now what you can do is, see, one more formula I am giving. In short, I will take 3 coefficient of x upon coefficient of u. u is how much, 2. So my b value is 3 by 2. Understood? Same way here, b value is coefficient of y, that is minus 16. When it goes that side, it becomes positive 16 upon b ka coefficient is 4. So answer is what, 4. Both have the same sign. So ruv will be how much in the third case? ruv will be 0.8. No need to change the sign. Same sign of rxy, because both had what, positive. So the sign will not change. In this case, listen, this case my u will be, sorry, b will be minus 3 because this 3 will go this side upon 2. So b ka value, d value will be what, this will become positive. So 16 upon 4. Understood? So answer is how much, this is 4. One is negative, one is positive, right? So my ruv will be is equals to 0.8. Not only 0.8, because it has a different sign, it will be minus 0.8. Easy. Understood? No need to solve it again and again. Okay, no need to solve it again and again. Here what I did, this 3 will go this side, so it will become minus, 2 will go that side, get divided, so b ka value. Understood? Same with here in this equation, minus 16 will become plus 16 and 4 will go and get divided. So this is the answer. Understood? And I have seen that both have the opposite sign, so the sign will change. No need to solve. Okay, let's go back to the questions. arithmetic mean of regression coefficient. Regression coefficient means bx on y and by on x, arithmetic mean upon 2 is dash, bx on y plus by on x upon 2 will be greater than or equals to r. Greater than means it will always be, in any sum you can check. Okay, let's go and check in the previous question. See, bx on y and by on x, where it is bx on y, by on x, here. See here, 3 plus 8 by 6. So 3 plus 8 by 6 upon 2. So you can do this on your calculator. Okay, 8 divided by 6 plus 3 is equals to divide by 2. Answer is 2.16. See, r was how much? 0.5. So it will be either greater than, but it can't be less. Okay, the average of b x on y and by on x. Fine. This we checked in question number 88. Probable error. Yes. Next question. Find the probable error if r is 2 under root 10. Okay, r is how much? R is equal to 2 under root 10. N is 36. Okay, so what is the formula for probable error? Probable error is equals to easy, 2 by 3 into what? Standard error. But what is the formula for standard error? 2 by 3 into 1 minus r square upon root over n is equals to 2 by 3 into 1 minus r is r ka square will be what? 2 ka square will be 4. 4 upon 10. I have directly taken the square. Okay, square of this 2 by root 10. 2 ka square will be 4. Root 10 ka square will be 10. Understood? Okay, so 4 by 10 upon 1 root of 36. Root of 36 is what? 6. Root of 36 is 6. We have to calculate this. 4 divided by 10 will be 0.4. 0.4 minus this is 0.6. So 2 divided by 3 into 0.6 divided by 6. So answer comes to 0.06. 0.06666 means B answer 0.067. Slow down and check whether you can calculate. Okay, this is 0.4. 1 minus 0.4 is 0.6. 2 into 0.6 divided by 3. Whatever answer get divided by 6. The regression coefficient by on x. Okay, line of y on x is given by y on x is given. That means here the coefficient is 1. This is my by on x. Okay, you should understand the coefficient of x is what? By on x, because this is y on x equation. Karl Pearson coefficient r is equals to 0.5. So regression line of y on x is given by y is equals to x plus 2. So by on x I know. Okay, so Karl Pearson r also I know. Okay, so what they are asking? Standardization of y square upon standardization of x square. So we should understand they are asking us the variance. Okay, they are asking standardization of y square means variance. It is misprinting. Variance of y and variance of x. But I know that by on x is equals to r into standardization of y upon standardization of x. So I know this, na? I know this. This is how much? This is 1 is equals to, this is 0.5 r into standardization of y upon standardization of x. So 1 divided by 0.5 will be what? 2. 2 into this is 2 is equals to standardization of x upon standardization of y upon standardization of x. This is equals to, okay, 1 divided by 0.5 is 2. So 2 is equals to, I want the square. Square of that will be what? 2 ka square is 4. Answer is 4. Variance I want. Variance of y upon variance of x is equals to 2 ka square. Answer is 4. Easy. Next. If the two regression lines, okay, are, so x plus 2y minus 5 is equals to 0. Two line of regressions are, they have given us the two lines of the regression as well as they have given us the second regression equation. Understood? So they are asking us x plus 2y means this equation is what? Whether it is y on x or whether it is x on y. Okay, so they are asking us that. So let us assume this is y on x, this is x on y. So if I assume this y on x, then 2y is equals to 5 minus x, y is equals to 5 by 2 minus x by 2. So by on x is coefficient of x, that is minus 1 by 2. This I have assumed x on y. So 2x is equals to minus 3y plus 8. So x is equals to minus 3y by 2 plus 8 by 2 is 4. So b x on y is equals to what? Minus 3 by 2, right? What I said the condition, the multiplication of this 2 now should be less than or equals to 1. So let us check. Minus 1 by 2 into minus 3 by 2. Minus minus will become 3. 3 by 4. The answer is 0.75. 0.75. It is less than 1. That means our assumption is right. Okay, our assumption is right. One sum we did. Okay, so this is my what? By on x. This equation is by on x. So answer is A. Understood? Answer is A. I multiplied these two things. And I tried to find what is the coefficient. It should be less than. Condition is it should be less than 1. Okay. Find the coefficient of correlation. Okay, coefficient of correlation. Actually, I was about to add this question in the previous part, but they have asked find the coefficient of correlation. Means they are asking us x on r. They are asking us what? R. We'll have to assume why r is equals to, because I have to find which is y on x and which is x on y. So I'll have to assume. But I remember that formula is, what is the formula? The formula for r is under root by on x into b x on y. Understood? I have to find the equation right now. I have to find the regression coefficients. I have to multiply, take the root, I'll get r. Okay, so this is, let's say this is y on x. So 3y is equals to 2 minus 2x. Y is equals to 2 upon 3 minus 2x by 3. So my by on x is equals to minus 2 by 3. What I did, I took everything except y on the other side. Next, x on y, this equation, x on y. So I have to keep x on one side. So 4x is equals to 4 minus 3y. So x is equals to 4 upon 4 is 1 minus 3 by 4. Okay, y. So b x on y is equals to minus 3 by 4. Understood? So now I'll calculate r. R is equals to under root, okay, minus 2 by 3 into minus 3 by 4. Answer is what? 3 2s are 6, 4 3s are 12. 6 divided by 12. See the multiplication. It is less than what? Less than 1. That is what we tested in the previous question also. The multiplication of these two should be right. Then only our assumption is right. Correct? Whatever we assumed the y on x and x on y, it is correct. So if it is 6 by 2 root this 6.5 root, his answer is how much? 0.707. Understood? 0.707. That is 0.71. This was also minus. This was also minus. My question is whether it will be plus or it will be minus. Understood? My question is whether it will be plus or minus. Because both are in minus, this final answer will be in minus. Okay, don't forget this. So 0.71. Mathematically multiplied becomes positive, but you should understand as soon as you get minus here, you should put minus outside. Minus outside. Answer is minus. If let's say our assumption would have been ulta na, then this would have been 3 by 2 minus 3 by 2. This would have been 4 by 3. Understood? Minus the reciprocal. If our assumptions would have been reverse, then if you try to multiply this now, this becomes 4 3s are 12, 3 2s are 6. Answer is what? 2. 2 is not less than 1. Therefore our assumption is wrong. Understood? Like that we would have done. Okay. So therefore, to whether the equation, how to guess the equation, assume any one as y on x. If the assumption is right, your r will be in the range minus 1 and plus 1. Okay, that will be in the range. Here see, it is in the range. Above minus 1, below plus 1. Okay, it should be in that range. That means your assumption is correct. If your assumption is wrong, it is something greater than 1. Take the reciprocal. Automatically you will get the correct r. Take the reciprocal of this. This also we have done. Okay, I am just giving you the revision. What is the coefficient of correlation for the from the following data? X is given, y is given. So obviously you should know the formula. Okay. So I think I will, if you remember, what is the formula for covariance? So how I will solve this? I will write the formula r is equals to covariance x comma y upon standard of x into standard of y. Okay, this is the easiest formula. Okay, why I will tell you. Now if I get this, what columns I should make? Very easy. X, y, x into y. X, y, x into y. Understood? So how I will get that? Understand. Now this is 1 2 3 4 5. So my obviously my total will be how much? 5 6 are 30, 30 divided by 2, n into n plus 1 upon 2, natural numbers now, n into n plus 1, 5 into 6, next number, divided by 2. So summation x is 15. Obviously no need to do, but mean will be what? 3. Actually it was not required, but summation x you should know. Okay, that will be 3. And here y kite is 5, 4, here we will have to work out 3, 2, 6. So total is summation y is equals to 9, 3, 12, 13, 14, 20. I think it's 20. So 20 summation y divided by 5 is the number, okay, number of data. So answer is what? Answer is 4. Answer is 4. Okay. Mean is 4. X into y. 5 1s are 5, 4 2s are 8, 3 3s are 9, 4 2s are 8, 30. Take the total. Okay, 5, 13. Please use calculator. Plus 9 plus 8 plus 30. The answer total I am getting is 60. This is summation x into y is equals to 60. How I will calculate covariance x comma y is equals to summation xy upon n into x bar minus x bar into y bar. Summation x is 60, 60 upon 5 minus x bar into y bar. X bar is 3 into y bar is 4. So 60 divided by 5 is 60 divided by 5. Answer is 12. Answer is 12 minus 12. So covariance is what? 0. Once you find covariance, no need to find the standard deviation. If covariance, if the numerator is 0, answer will be what? 0. Understood? Okay, easy. In case if standard deviation would have been there, then what I would have done? I would have calculated 2 more columns, x square and y square. Understood? Standard deviation formula is what? Summation x square upon n minus x bar square under root. This is standard deviation of x. Standard deviation of y, what is the formula? Under root summation y square upon n minus y bar the whole square. Easy. Okay. If the plotted in the scatter diagram, if the plotted points in the scatter diagram lie upper left to lower right like this, then the correlation is what? Then the correlation is negative. Okay, straight line they said. Upper plot points in the scatter diagram like this, so it's a negative relation. It's not perfectly negative, but negative means something like this. Okay, something like this. Which of the following is a spurious correlation? Spurious means I explained nonsense correlation. Correlation between two variables where there is no causal relationship. Okay, we had, as we see the data, the more number of towers came up, cell towers in the city, more people had a psychological problem. Okay, that is a causal, there is a no causal relationship. Okay, if you find a relationship also, it doesn't make any sense. So it's a nonsense correlation. I said in your area, as the number of towers increased of the mobile, more people have a sentimental problem, psychological. Understood? That is what? There is a causal relationship. That has nothing to do with that. Okay. Scatter diagram does not help us to find the type of correlation. No, we can find the type of correlation. No, it gets positive, negative, it shows. Identify whether variables are correlated or not. No, that also we come to know. Determine the linear or non-linear correlation. It shows us whether if it is linear, it will be in straight line. Non-linear means it will be something like this. Correct now? Okay. D. Find the numerical number of the correlation coefficient. We can't get the number. We can just understand the relation. Understood? The covariance between two variables range is what? Minus infinity to plus infinity. Strictly positive, strictly negative, always 0, either positive or negative or 0. D is the answer. Either positive or negative, or it can be 0 also. Okay. For a set of observation, Karl Pearson coefficient of correlation approximately given by. Understood? So x and y is given. X, y. Understood? So what I will do? 1, 2, 2, 5, 3, 7, 4, 8, 5, 10. So obviously I'll have to calculate what? I'll have to calculate x bar and all those things right now. So because you have a calculator, don't use the shortcut one. You can directly do this. Okay. So here the same formula I will apply. Which formula? X square y square x into y. You remember in the previous question I discussed, because r I have to find. What is the easiest way to find covariance between x and y? Standardization of x into standardization of y. So for standardization of x, to find standardization of x, I should know x square. To find the standardization of y, I should know y square. To find covariance, I should know summation x into y. Okay, so this total will be summation x is equals to 15, x bar is equals to 15 divided by 5 is 3. Okay, as easy as that. And this total will be 7, 14, 14 plus 18, 32, summation y. Oh, it is in, I am getting in this thing, what, divided by 5, it will be in decimal, it will be a problem. 7, 14, 14 plus 18, so I'll get in negative. Okay, so what I can do is, the best part, whenever you get in negative now, you can assume the things, means assume in the sense, you can assume any one number and then you can find a d. Okay, means shortcut method you can apply. Okay, so see, when you solve the sum, you come to know how, means what is the problem. Okay, so what I will do is, I will change this, otherwise it is same. I did x square, I will do dx ka square. I'll let you know what I am saying. Now let us assume this as 3. So then if this is 3, my dx is what, you know, the difference of that, x minus a, means x minus 3. So it will be minus 3 minus 1 minus 3 is minus 2, 1 minus 3 is minus 2, 2 minus 3 is minus 1, 0, 1, 2. Understood? Easy. Okay, same way what I can do is, this is called as summation dx. Summation dx is equals to what? 0. Same way, immediately what I will do, I will calculate the square of this. Okay, now this is my x, I will have to calculate square of this. So 4, 1, 0, 1, 4. Summation d square x is equals to 5 plus 5 is 10. Now you should think whether to donate or not this sum. Okay, it absolutely depends on you. Y is equals to, take one any number which is, means as the mean. Okay, let's say the middle number 2, 5, 7, 8, 10. I can take 7. So y dy is equals to y minus 7. Okay, so 2 minus 7 is minus 5, 5 minus 7 is minus 2, 7 minus 7 is 0, 1 and 3. So total is what? Summation dy is equals to 4 minus 7, I think it will be minus 3. Okay, this is minus 3. Immediately what you have to do? You have to take square of this. Okay, d square y is what? 25, 4, 0, 20, 1 ka square is 1, 3 ka square is 9. Understood? So total is what? 10, 35, 39, I think. What is the answer? Summation d square y is equals to 39. Okay, next part is summation dx into dy. Remember, this is my x, this is my y. This is simply, if you are feeling burdened na, this is my x. What I did in the previously when I wrote x ka square, y ka square I did, and xy. So x ka square, y ka square, x into y, that is dx into dy. That is what I made the table. Same also I am here also I am doing the same thing. Only I have taken shortcut method so that the numbers is easy. Okay, I have to multiply this dx with dy, this column, this green one. Okay, so multiply this two. So what I will get? 5 2s are 10, 2 1s are 2, 0 1s are 0, 1 1s are 1, 9 2s are 18. The total is how much? Sorry, oh, 9 2s are 3 2s are 6, I think. Okay, 3 2s are 6. Yes, 5 2s are 10, 2 1s are 2, this is correct, 0s are 0, 1 1s are 1, 2s are 6. Okay, 12, 13, 19. This is summation dx into dy. Now I will apply the formula. Okay, so how I will apply the formula? R x comma y is equals to n into summation dx into dy. Okay, minus summation dx into summation dy upon under root n into summation dx square. Okay, minus summation dx the whole square. Two things are different, d square x ka summation and summation dx the whole square. Okay, and immediately here also into, okay, multiplied by n into summation d square y minus summation dy the whole square. Understood? Like this. See what n is, how much? N is 5 into summation dx into dy. Dx into dy is 19. So 19 minus, okay, summation dx is 0. So 0 into summation dy is into minus 3 upon under root n is 5 into summation d square x is 10 into 10 minus summation dx is 0. So 0 ka square minus 0 square into, so here it will be 5 into summation d square y is 39 minus summation d square is minus 3 ka square will be 9, minus 3 ka square will be summation d ka square, directly I will write 3 square is nothing but 9. Okay, so what is my final answer? 5 into 19 will be 95 minus 0, anyways minus 0 upon under root 5 tens are 50. Okay, 50 minus 0 square doesn't make any difference into 5 into 39. 5 into 39 is 195 minus 9. Answer is 186. Understood? So 186. So what I will do? I'll multiply this two and then take the root. So 95 upon 186 into 50 is equals to square root. Answer comes 96.43. Means it is just below 95 divided by 96.43. Okay, the answer is 0.98 and it is positive. Okay, 0.98. Let's check. 985 is the answer. Okay, D is the option. Just 985170. 985170. Okay, so you have to choose whether to solve the sums or not. Okay, this is 2021 January question. Coefficient of correlation R x comma y is equals to 0.5. Covariance is 16. Okay, standard deviation of y, standard deviation of y they are asking. Okay, so what will be the formula? R is equals to, correct now, R is equals to covariance upon standard deviation of x into standard deviation of y. R is 0.5 is equals to covariance is 16, standard deviation of x is standard deviation of x I don't know. Okay, so how I will solve? Standard deviation of x, so I don't know. Standard deviation of x, covariance is 16, correlation coefficient 5. Okay, how we will solve this? I think some information is missing. So standard deviation of x is missing as 4, I think. Okay, standard deviation of x is 4. I will substitute 4 into standard deviation of y is I don't know. So you have to just solve. 4 ones are 4s are. So 4 divided by 0.5. Standard deviation of y is equals to 4 divided by 0.5. Answer is what? 8. So answer is B. B is 8. Understood? Easy. Fine. Next. Intersecting point of the two equation. When the two lines intersect, what it will get? You will get x bar and y bar. We have already discussed. Okay. Given the variance of x is equals to variance of x, means variance of x is equals to square of the standard deviation. So I think the question has some problem. Okay, so actually the variance of x is equals to square of the standard deviation, that is okay. Y and the regression line. Okay, so if let us try. So y is equals to 40 plus, if I open this, 0.5x. okay, and then if I take it like this, if I take it in this form, y minus 40, okay, equals to 0.5 x now, 0.5x, right? So x minus 30 means it will be something like this, x minus 30. So it can be in y minus y bar equals to b y on x into x minus x bar. So if by observation I can say that mean of y is 40 and x bar is equals to 30. Okay, so what the information is missing, you know, they are saying that the product of the b y on x and b x on y, maximum it can be, it should be 1, it should be less than 1. So they are saying that it is 1. Okay, so here that information is missing, means they are saying b y on x and b x on y is equals to, they are reciprocal of each other, they are reciprocal, these are reciprocal. So if you multiply the reciprocal, the answer is what? 1 na? They are reciprocal, that is what I think they want to say. And maximum it can be 1 only. Okay, not, or it should be less than, but they have not said that less than na. Anyways, that first sentence does not make any difference, because variance of x, I know that variance of x is what? variance of x is nothing but variance of x is equals to square of the standard deviation of x. So that doesn't make any difference. Okay, that is meaningless. So I think the question they want to say that it is reciprocal of b y on x and b x on y. Okay, so by this I came to know that y bar and x bar I know. Okay, so now what I can do, if these two things are reciprocal, okay, my b y on x is how much? B y on x is equals to 0.5, correct? So that means b x on y is equals to b 1 upon b y on x, right? 1 divided by 0.5 is what? 2, correct? Now 1 divided by b y on x I found. So ultimately they are asking us x on y. So again I will make an equation. X minus x bar is equals to b x on y is equals to into y minus y bar. Understood? So x I don't know, but x bar is how much? 30 is equals to b x on y is 2 into y minus y bar is 40. So this is my equation. Okay, so ultimately if I send this, x is equals to 30 plus 2 into y minus 40. I think no, this is not the answer. Which is the option? Answer is what? Yes, D should be the answer, but I think there is some mistake in this also. Here it is y, okay, y minus 40. There is some mistake in the question. So why I could solve the sum? Because I assumed that it is b y on x and b x on y are reciprocal of each other. Okay, so reciprocal means b x on y is equals to 1 upon b y on x. I will get b x on y because I rearranged this equation. I understood y bar, I understood x bar, I understood b y on x. I can get b x on y. Again I made an equation, I found the answer, but in the final answer also there is wrong mistake. This is y minus 40. This is question number 107. You should remember this. Same exam, if the same question gets repeated, the same mistake will be there. The regression coefficient remain unchanged. Okay, due to regression coefficient gets unchanged due to what? Due to shift in origin. Right now it gets changed because of change in only in scale. Regression coefficient b y on x, b x on y. Okay, y is equals to 9x and x is equals to 0.01y. There r is, okay, y is equals to given, means from this what I can make out, if this is y on x ka equation, that means b y on x is equals to 9. From this I can make b x on y is equals to 0.01. So r is equals to how much? Under root b y on x into b x on y, right now. So 9 multiplied by 0.01 is equals to under root. So answer is 0.3. Because both are plus, so r will also be plus. Understood? R will also be plus. Answer is what? Plus 0.3. Easy. The straight line of a graph y is equals to a plus bx. Slope is horizontal. Slope is what? Horizontal. Understood? So when slope is horizontal, that means slope is something like this. At that time, this b is reciprocal of the slope. Actually, in the maths, okay. But anyways, b is reciprocal of the slope. B is reciprocal of the slope. Slope is horizontal. That means there is no slope. When we say this has a slope, okay, this has a slope. But if it's a horizontal line, it does not have a slope. So my b will be what? B is equals to 0. B will be equals to 0. A might or might not be 0. What is A? A is intercept. A is what? If let's say this is my x axis, this is my y axis. This A is this intercept here. Understood? And if you say what is the B? The B is 0. But A can be there. A can't be 0. Understood? A will not be in fact. If A is also 0, B is also 0, that means it is itself x axis. It itself is x axis. B y on x is equals to 1.6. B x on y is equals to minus 0.4. Both are minus. That means what? The r will be minus. And only one answer is in minus. So mark that answer. No need to calculate. But if you want to calculate, 1.6 into 0.4 is equals to 0.64. Under root is 0.8. This multiplied by this, take the root, answer is 0.8. But you should understand, here also it is minus, here also it is minus. Logically r should be minus. None of the option is in minus. So only one answer is possible. If the sum of the product of the deviation x and y from their means is 0, okay, what they are saying, sum of the product of the deviation x minus x bar into y minus y bar, this is the deviation, sum of the deviation, okay, this is equals to 0. This applies where? This is applied, this helps us to find covariance. That means covariance का numerator is this. Understood? So covariance is 0. That means R will be what? 0. Understood? 0. So R correlation coefficient will be 0 because summation of x minus x bar into y minus y bar is 0. The slope of the regression line is calculated. That is this, b is equals to 5.5. Slope is 5.5. And sometimes loosely we call, actually the reciprocal of the b is slope, but okay, b is 5.5 and intercept a is equals to 15. The value of the y, then the value of y and x is 6. Value of y and x is 6. I think they are saying the value of the y on x. Okay, that is what they mean to say. So y on x is equals to a plus bx. Okay, value of y when x is 6. It may be like that. Value of y when x is 6. To understand their feelings. Okay, a is 15 plus b is how much? 5.5 into x is 6. So 15, 5.5 into 6 plus 15. So I am getting answer as 48. Is it there? Yes. So I have understood their feeling. Answer is what? B. Okay. A is equals to 15, y is equals to a plus bx is the equation. A is 15, b is 5.5, slope is b, a is what? Intercept 15. Understood? And you want to find if the then the value of y when, you should change this, when the x is equals to x is 6. The sum of the square of any real positive quantity and its reciprocal is never less than what? The sum of square of any real positive quantity and its reciprocal is never less than 2. Let the number be what? A. Understood? The sum of the square of any real positive quantity, let the number be A, I said. Okay, so the reciprocal will be what? 1 by A. So to prove that, okay, what I will do? To prove that the sum of the square of any real positive number and its reciprocal is never less than, okay. Actually the question has been twisted by ICI. In many of the books now, it is sum of any real positive number. So to prove this, I will use AM and GM. I know that AM is greater than or equals to GM. So that means AM is what? A plus 1 by A upon 2 is greater than or equals to under root. How I will calculate GM? A into 1 by A, product of the two numbers, and raised to 1 by n. So here it is 1 by 2. Two elements are there. Two data points are there. So it is 1 by 2. Understand? Here I have taken arithmetic mean. A plus 1 by A upon 2. And on the other side, okay, I have taken under root A into 1 by A. Okay, so they have extended this question. They have said square. So what I will do? I will take square, square. I will take square, square. It does not make any difference. So in exam now, if it becomes the sum of the cube, then to the answer will be what? Greater than or equals to 2. Remember this, the answer will be 2 only. Why? I will tell you. When I take this now, A plus 1 by A square, this now right hand side, A square into 1 by A square is 1. So root of 1 is 1. So ultimately it is greater than what? 2. That is what they are saying. Sum of the square, I have put sum of the square of any real positive number and its reciprocal is what? Greater than or equals to 2. Very brilliant question. The question has been changed. It can be square, it can be cube also. I will use the property AM and GM. On the left hand side I have taken the arithmetic mean. So after solving this now, it should be fixed in the mind that answer will be greater than or equals to 2. In exam we are not going to solve this. Okay. If any data point of the x and y series on a scatter diagram lie on a straight line that goes downward as the x value moves from left to right, means like this, it's a straight line. Okay, that means it's what? The relation is what? Left to right. Then the data exhibit direct, which relation? Direct, indirect. What is the answer? Imperfect, indirect. There is nothing called as imperfect, indirect. It is indirect relation. Okay, it is indirect relation. No, negative relationship means indirect, inverse relationship. When x is more, when y is more, x is less. If I make it on axis, when x is less, y is less, x is more. Understood? Inverse relationship. So it is indirect. Okay. For any two variable, okay, regression equations, what is the arithmetic mean of x and y? Means what they are asking. You have to just solve it. Understood? You have to just solve it. Solve it what? Simultaneously. So if you try to solve it simultaneously, okay, what will happen? I gave one trick to solve. Anyways, you can use the option also. The best is to use the option. Correct? So whichever satisfied. Let's say if I want to check 2 into 2, first equation, plus 5 into 1. What is the answer? 4 plus 5. Answer is what? 9. And here you are getting 9, no? So this is the answer actually. Check with the second equation also. 3 into 2 minus y is 1 is equals to, you should get 5. Check. 3 2s are 6, minus 1 is what? 5, because here it was 5. Understood? I am getting 5. So it is getting this. This is the easiest way. Okay. So if I have to solve it simultaneously, but I have to get the value of x and y. Arithmetic mean means what? X bar and y bar. Where I get x bar and y bar? Wherever the line are intersecting. So I have to simultaneously solve these two equations. The best way is to substitute the answer. Okay. Here in the first itself we got the option. I substituted 2 and 1 in this equation. X as 2, y as 1. I got the answer 9. That means it is getting satisfied. Okay. Simultaneously I checked in the second one. Okay. Check in both the equations. Intersecting point of two regression line falls at x axis. Understood? So obviously if it falls at intersection falls at x axis, that means y is what? Y is 0. Understood? There will be some x coordinate, but y will be what? 0. If the mean value of x is 16, mean value of x means x bar is how much? 16, and standard deviation of x is equals to x and y. X is equals to 3, y is equals to 4. Find the mean value of y they are asking. Understood? The mean value of y will be what? Y is 0, so the mean value will also be 0. Is that clear? See, the intersection of the two regression lines means where they intersect. Okay, they intersect on x axis. That means y is what? 0. The intersecting point is what? X bar and y bar. What is y bar? 0. So y bar will be 0. Intersecting point means where the two lines intersect. Okay. The regression coefficient remain unchanged to 15 scale. Remain unchanged, sorry. Does not change. Remain unchanged to 5th of origin. Understood? Not scale. By scale so it changes, na? Last exam. If the coefficient of correlation for this equation is 0.5, find the coefficient of correlation for this, for u and v. You remember what I said? What we will do? It will be always same, right now, because ultimately see, I think here what has happened, if you check now, this means this is also the coefficient of u is also positive. Here the y coefficient is also what? Positive. This both are positive only. Correct? Understood? So ultimately this, it will not change. It will be 0.5 only. Okay? This is the equation. For this it is 0.5. Find the correlation for this. Okay? So x has not changed, but y has changed. They have multiplied something to y. But r does not get affected now by neither by origin nor by scale. Okay, so answer will be same, 0.5. Next, Karl Pearson correlation coefficient method is used for what? Used for only ungrouped data. Okay, if that is a class and all, you can't apply Karl Pearson correlation coefficient. If a plotted point in a scatter diagram lie lower left to upper right, then what? Then correction is, they are asking correlation is what? If plotted from left to right, it's upward, it's only positive. Okay, not perfectly positive or anything. If it is in straight line, then positive. Okay, they have not said it's in a straight line, so it's going upward. Okay, so it's a positive. If the concurrent coefficient is 1 by 3, means they are saying RC is equals to 1 by root 3. If the sum of the deviation is 6, means C, positive deviation, sum of the deviation, always we take the positive deviation in the formula, not the negative deviation. You multiply now, minus into plus, minus, plus into minus, minus, minus into minus, plus, whatever then the product deviation, whatever the plus sign is there, you count the positive signs. The positive is 6, so they are asking n is equals to, so obviously you should remember what? Formula. So what is the formula? Okay, formula is RC is equals to plus minus under root 2c minus m upon m. M is the number of pair of concurrent deviations. Okay, and they are asking n will always be 1 more than m. Okay, so this RC is 1 by root 3 is equals to plus minus under root 2 into c, means 2 6 are 12 minus m upon m. Correct? So what I will do? I will square both the side. Correct? Now I will square both the sides. So it is 1 upon 3 is equals to, I am not using plus and minus sign, so it is 12 minus m upon m. Okay, I will solve for m. So when I try to solve for m, it will be m is equals to 12 3s are 36, 12 3s are 36 minus 3m. Okay, So 4m is equals to 36, therefore m is equals to 9. Understood? So n is equals to how much? M plus 1. There are how many concurrent deviations are there of the sign? 9. So data is 10. Understood? 9 plus 1, 10. Answer is 10. Let us check. C is the option, 10. Understood? Easy. Which of the following is used to find the correlation between two qualitative characteristics? When it is quality, what you should use? Spearman's rank correlation. Okay, so Spearman's rank correlation should be used when there is qualitative characteristic, when you are taking the calculating the correlation between the qualitative data. Scatter diagram is used to plot what? Scatter diagram is used to plot quantitative data, not the qualitative data. You can't plot the qualitative data. Quantity numbers needs to be there. Done. Understood? So we have done one more chapter. Okay, so we'll see you in the next class for the other things. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can always text me. Okay, and share this with as much students as possible, so that the basics of those students whose basics are weak, they can understand it. Okay, and also you can join the Telegram channel, okay, below. Thank you.